Good morning, everyone. This is Srikant, Rajan, and welcome back to the Stock Market Podcast from MPIinvest.com. Coming to the market yesterday, the volatility continues. What crazy move it was. If you see, yesterday we opened with a gap up, and from there we could see a big fall. The fall went on almost on to 17,650, and from there again a rally and close above 17,700. The volatility was huge. So in fact, I'm sure a lot of traders would be hitting their stop losses on both their sides. The way the markets are making movements on both sides intraday basis. So it's of course very difficult for traders. But then of course we have kind of taken very safe trades at the MP Gold Club to kind of account for all these volatility and still make some decent returns. So that's exactly what we're doing, and that seems to be working well as we are already sitting with some good profit for this week. Now, coming to the market yesterday, the major stocks, we could see the major loss was actually seen in ITC. ITC fell more than 2% from its all-time high. In fact, just recently it hit a 52-week high, which all of you must be aware. But then, does that mean it is going to a profit booking mode? Of course, there could be a small profit booking, but then what came in as a news was the thought of government actually looking to disinvest from ITC. Yes, the talks have been going on for a long time, but then with such big stock holding, if not now, then when? So that could be a big question. So that is something that's on the cards. There are even rumors that probably we could see the government pulling out its funds as early as before this end of this financial year. So that is something which kind of spooked the market. We could see ITC falling, and when ITC falls, naturally the FMCG sector entire fell. But along with that, we could also see weakness in metal sector, and metals also fell. Now, when we talk about metals, the first thing that again comes to mind is Adani. So surprisingly, Adani has been on a rise. In fact, if you look at Adani stock, it has been almost 100% up from its 52-week low it just made about a few days back. So, of course, it sounds like amazing, right? If you had just invested about 1 lakh rupees, it would have turned to 2 lakh rupees in just about 3 days if you had invested to Adani when the market hit a low on the Adani stock. But then, do you need to take that risk? Or can you take that risk is a big question. So now, Adani stocks kind of seems to have, taken some support and kind of looking stable. So with that, market is also going to see some sanity. But then, what I'm still wondering is, in spite of Adani kind of settling down, why is the market still so crazily volatile? So that is something that is kind of surprising me. And if you look at the size of the candles, each green and red candle, they've been kind of going, bigger and bigger. So that is something which is not looking really great. But then we have to live with it and we have to move on. That's how the market is. So now all these things that I'm talking about may sound complex to some people who are not very actively part of market. But then for you, I would suggest just stay away from the market if you are feeling this complex. The simple way to do is, or simple thing to do right now is start investing into a mutual fund in SIP mode, because this is the right time to start investing and you are going to get some great returns over a period of time. Now, coming back to the next important stock that we could see movement yesterday was, of course, Tata Steel. The results were not good and we could see Tata Steel falling, and that is what led to the entire metal sector fall yesterday. So ITC and Tata Steel together actually pulled down the market yesterday, and we could see huge selling by the FIIs. Yes, yesterday again the FIIs have sold for more than 2,600 crores, while the DIs have bought just for about 600 crores. Of course, we know the reason why the DIs are not buying heavily. Probably it could be because of the monetary policy meeting, which is due to announce the details today. So that is, we'll talk about it a little later. So now, apart from that, if you look at the next important stock to be watched today would be Bharti Airtel, because yesterday they had announced the results, and we had discussed earlier also. I was expecting good results from Bharti Airtel, and that's exactly what happened. They've come out very good results. And this is, going to give some power to the stock. So that's something that we are looking forward there. So apart from that, if you look at the European market, Euro market was in the green. We could see US markets kind of a little jittery ahead of Jerome Powell, the chair of Federal Reserve, talking yesterday. So there was some jittery and we could see some falls in the market. But then what did Jerome Powell say? So first thing he said was, the inflation looks to be in control, and it is looking like inflation is going to reduce over the period of time. So that was a good news. But of course, one thing he said additionally was that the interest rate hikes are not going to stop, but they're going to continue because they have a big target to achieve. Because in US the inflation is more than 6%, whereas the target is just 2%. So it's a huge difference. So that is something which will be a concern. But then market has taken it positively. Why? Simple. Now inflation is reducing. That's a good news. But the economy has not gone into a full-fledged recession. So that is again good. So in such situation, there are chances of a soft landing. Now, what is soft landing? Earlier there was concern that with the way the US market is increasing the rate hikes, there are chances the market will go into the country as such would go into a full-fledged recession. So right now the market feels it may not happen, and there are chances things can get better soon, and that's exactly why we could see the positivity in the US market, and US market actually rallied yesterday after 2 days of consolidation. So that was good. Nasdaq was up. Naturally, when Nasdaq is up, IT sector should be doing well. So if you look at last 2 days, Infosys has been in the negative territory and has been giving a lot of negativity to the index as well. So looks like Infosys should start recovering from here, because of course we know 1600 level is an important resistance for Infosys, and it has multiple times tried to break that and come down. But if it finally breaks, we could probably see some good rally in Infosys in the upcoming days. So that is something to be watched. Apart from that, if you look at the Asian markets today, Asian markets were kind of trading in the green, mixed I would say. But then most of the majority were in green. But then if you look at SGX Nifty, naturally when the US markets have closed in the green, SGX Nifty is also indicating a slight gap up opening. So yesterday we had close to 17,720 ish range. So we might see a small gap up, but then again 17,800 has been continuing to be a very important resistance. Now today being the announcement of the RBI monetary policy, it would come during the market hours in the first half. So we need to see how the market would actually react. So it's better that we kind of stay away from trades until the details are out, and based on the market reaction, look forward to taking the next trade. So what I will be doing personally is I've got some positions, so which I'll be booking some profit in the morning as the market opens, and then would deploy the fund based on the monetary policy revelations. So that's something that I would be doing for the day. So let's look forward to a good day again. Let's see how the market moves. And let us hope to close this week again in profit after 2 weeks of negative in the gold club. So of course negative is a part of the market, but then majority we have been seeing good profits over today in this week. So that means we should close this week well in green as well. So looking forward to a good closing of the week. This is Srikant Rajan signing off. But before we leave, do remember to press the like button if you love the content that we share, and of course do share the podcast with your friends and relatives to help them learn and invest together with us. And if you're not a part of this amazing community yet, do join our WhatsApp group. The link is given in the description of the video. And of course, if you want to interact with other members in the community, all you need to do is join our community in the Discord, where you can interact with other members. For details on that, you can just WhatsApp on the phone number given here, and our team will help you with that. So with that, this is Srikant Rajan signing off until we catch up tomorrow morning. So by the way, I forgot to tell you, yesterday we could not do it because of course at the morning I was trying to upload the video, and then there was some update, a software update that kept coming in, because of which I could not do it on time, and I had to leave outside, and I had to miss that podcast today. So things are looking good now. So looking forward to continue the same. So with that, this is Srikant signing off. Goodbye, and wish you a great day ahead.